everybody, we're back out here on site. Got a bunch more clearing to do today. Pretty much it's just it was a little too wet yesterday. Figured we'd make more of a mess than it was worth, so we just decided not to work yesterday. We were supposed to get a bunch more rain than we got, so I don't really know what the deal was with that, other than weathermen suck at their job. They're the only job in the world that you can just be wrong 90% of the time and still have a job. It's kind of baffling to me. How they can suck so bad at their job and still keep a job. You know, they're like, oh yeah, it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain 6 inches, and you don't even get a tenth of an inch. Like that happens more frequently than you would think. It's ridiculous. I don't understand it. I don't know how they keep a job. It makes it hard on us because we have to plan around the rain. This tree will split in half and go all different directions. That's annoying. Got one leaning one way and one leaning another way. Try to push them all that way. Well, I feel that. Probably take it down anyway, but yeah, it's that's what you get, you know. If you sit around waiting on it to rain, you ain't never gonna get nothing done. The weathermen don't know. They know when it's gonna rain when they wake up in the morning and they see it's raining. I mean, prime example, last week there was 50-60% chances of rain every day last week, and it didn't rain a drop all week last week. I mean, it makes you wonder, what they're even looking at. Call for 50-60% chance of rain, and then it don't rain a drop. That's crazy to me. Especially for the hay guys, there's guys out, cutting hay right now. That makes it hard on them. They really, really have to be in tune with what's going on with the weather. They get 50-60 acres of hay on the ground, and it's not supposed to rain, and then it rains and gets their hay wet. That hurts them big time. So. Alright, that's my soapbox for the day. I really know what kind of daggum tree that is, to be honest with you. Ain't got no leaves on it, but I can't tell by just the bark what a tree is. I gotta see leaves too. I'm not real sure what kind of tree that is. That's a tough one though, I know that. Trying to get all these roots broke up, that way when the loader comes through here and starts raking all this, all these wild hares and stragglers will be broke free for it. But if the customer decides to do it, we've got still got a bunch of work to do here. We got to put in a bunch of drain tile. I know we're doing that, but we've got maybe build them like some kind of a soccer field or baseball field or something along those lines. They have to bring our back dump out here. hillside, cut a big hillside down over there and make a building pad for an in-law suite. I think he's going to try and build some sort of living quarters for the in-laws. Great big pretty poplar right there, so I'm just going to get rid of these. I'll make them go. I wonder if I can break this. Shove you over without digging around. And decent. Typically little poplars like that are pretty easy to get out of the ground. It's almost better that the stump breaks up like that because it just makes it burn a lot easier. Over about one more tree, and then I gotta start breaking some of them up. The ground's pretty good, I know that. Little tree. I just gotta quit shoving trees over and just start digging around all of them. Some of them you don't gotta dig around; they'll just flop right out of the ground. And then some, trees like this that have big taproot, they'll snap right off at the base. Sometimes it makes it a little difficult to get it out of the ground, but it does that, so we'll just dig around all of them. Ain't no big deal. Some of these trees broke up, piled up back there. We're probably gonna try to dig a hole today and at least get a fire going. We're gonna be spoil bound in another 2-3 hours with trees. Need to get them burning up. We'll have too many trees to contend with. We already almost do. Look out now. Today, so I'm gonna use the excavator chainsaw. Just pull the track up on it. That old poplar there, that thing is brittle as it can be, so it's easy to break them up. Quite a few persimmons on this property, and those are what they used to make golf clubs out of. Boy, let me tell you now, those are some stout trees. I tried breaking one in half last Thursday when I was out here, and we we had the 963 mashing down on it with the bucket. And I was picking up on the other side. I was picking up on it on the other side, and I picked the whole tree up and the 963. Picked the whole front end of the 963 up there. It was pretty wild. Get all this stuff good and broke up, decent, manageable pieces. That way we can get them thrown on the fire. I need to get this one broke up a little better if I can get him out of the fire or get him out of the pile. I need to go get my 36-inch bucket. This dadgum thumb, this bucket on this machine is about useless as tits on a boar hog when you're trying to clear it. Run my track up on this one here. Give her a good old pop. Get her broke up. That fold over one more time. There we go. That's what we wanted right there. Just one more fold over just to get it. I like to get this stuff at least, half the size it normally is. It just burns better that way. Break it up into just a little bit smaller pieces where they're not so long. All right, guys, I'm gonna keep clearing here and get a little work done, and I'll turn this camera back on here in a little bit and kind of show you what all we've done. Bigger, or is that big enough? Big enough. You stand right the damn way. Knowing I've got to go get fucking shit to put on this fire, and you won't stand right in the way. Damn. Sometimes, lordy lordy. Make the pit bigger, I would have made it bigger before I put all my shit in there. Sometimes I wonder about him. He asked me some of the stupidest questions. Why the hell would I start my fire and then make my pit bigger? Got a good little fire going now. Boy, I tell you, I don't give anything just to have just a skosh of a flat spot to sit where I'm not rocking around all the time. This has been one of them jobs that I don't think there's a flat spot out here on this job. Everywhere I sit in this daggone Traco, I'm rocking. Of course, most clearance jobs are that way. That ain't really taking off like I wanted it to. Stuff may be a little wet. Shouldn't be, but damn, this is fucking long. Son of a bitch. Stay up there where you belong. There's an old deck and stuff out here. I'm just gonna go grab it real quick. I'll toss it over there. If I can grab it without breaking it, that's the $1 million question. Chickens are back at it. I like them little chickens. They're just cool. Little suckers running around eating all the bugs and ticks. That's what they do. They just roam around and just where these ticks and bugs and mosquitoes. You know, they eat. That's what the chickens eat. I like it. Frog. Hey, look out, little frog. Alright, let's see if I can pick this thing up. Without just absolutely, totally. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. We're going to put his little motorcycle in there too. If I can just grab it just like that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now we gotta go nice and gentle where it don't fall apart. And boy, if I can make it all the way over there with this thing without it breaking, we'll be doing real good. Be nice and gentle. Not be in no hurry. Does it. Easy does it. I think we're gonna make it. I don't know that, but we're getting closer. Bumpiness in here will be the real test. We're gonna go real slow. These Tracos get the bouncing and pumping when you're trying to walk. Oh yeah, we're gonna make it. Even if we fall right here, we've done real well. Taking off like I thought it would. Get all this crunched up. gets caught on fire, when that gets catching right there, we'll be in real good shape. I'm gonna shut this door. Some ash starting to come in here, and I don't particularly care for the ash. Get off there. I'm just amazed that I made it all the way over here with this deck without it breaking. I mean, I really am amazed. Catching now. Sometimes you got to sit here and babysit them a little bit. They don't want to get going. The wood's a little wet. I think that firewood I grabbed was a little wet, a little on the damp side. So she's getting hot now. I believe it's time for our first little grapple full of brush. A little green, so we're gonna be smoking for a little while till we get a good hot fire. I'd say that's the biggest challenge, is getting a good fire, getting it hot enough for you. Because I mean, we just cleared all this stuff, so it's green as a gourd. He piled it all in here with a loader, and it's like a friggin' thing of pickup sticks. Poplar off there where I can actually grab some of this stuff. Get off of there. Thank you. I think there's a big old cherry laid across here that's kind of keeping me from doing what I need to do. Yep. I'm rocking like a Tennessee rocking chair. Like riding a bucking bull. Trying to get me a little spot cleared out here where I got a little more room. We were pretty tight on space. We were pretty tight on space in here because we're trying not to get too close to these trees we're trying to save. So space was a little difficult to come by. All this stuff's old little perennial growth. It'll burn right up. That fire up there, the first fire, it did really well. I was very, very pleased with it. everything burned up real nice. There wasn't a ton of stuff left over in the bottom that I had to. I always like to dig back through the pit, make sure nothing got submerged down in the ashes. It just makes things a little easier. Keeps you from burying a bunch of stuff, not meaning to, you just didn't. A lot of times you don't really know what's down there. That's why I like to dig back through and make sure I didn't leave nothing, too big just to be buried. It's not going to hurt anything, I don't think, but set a reminder to go get that 36-inch bucket, but I don't really have a very good way of loading it, so that's been my biggest holdup, is I don't really have a great way to get it on the trailer. I don't have a tractor. All I have is a dozer out there, so I'd have to kind of figure up a slick way to hook it to the blade. Somehow to hook it to the blade to lift it up to get it up on the trailer. I ain't thought of a slick way to do that just yet, so I will let go of it. Gimme that. Give me that thing. She's getting good and hot now, so we're gonna start stacking the brush to her. Gotta get this stuff burned up, get out of here. Got things to do, places to go. There we go. Once you get a good base going down there, get it good and hot underneath, it'll start burning up through everything, and that's when you got a good fire going. When you got a good hot center, you start piling this stuff on here. It'll smoke because it's green, but once it burns all the leaves off of it and everything, it'll quit smoking. When you get it real hot, you won't even know there's a fire going. That's the best part. Gets rid of all the smoke because it's burning so hot. It just burns all that stuff up. I like to give this stuff just a little shake. Try to get as much of that old dirt and stuff out of there as you can. Especially with a new fire. You don't want to choke it out too much. Try to get it as hot as you can, as quick as you can. Make too much smoke, the neighbors might call the fire department on you. Alright folks, we've got a big old fire going here. I'm going to let this thing get caught up. We're going to go take lunch here in about 30 minutes, and then we'll be back. Set you guys up here and let you watch me stack this fire up. Right there is a hot fire, folks. I'm talking about a hot fire. We're making that pile go away now. I'm telling you. All right, folks, we're gonna get some more work done here. I'm gonna go get some more clearing done while that burns down, and we're gonna get a little more video here towards the end of the day. Well, folks, that's gonna wrap today up. I have absolutely got that fire back roaring again. That flame's probably 25, 30 feet tall coming out of the top of that fire there. But we got the big majority of that pile stacked on the fire over there. Been working on clearing that hillside. Got over half of it cleared. It's coming along really well. Making really good progress here. All this is pretty much done up here. We're going to take and cover all that up with a shove all that root matter and stuff in our burn pit up there. I picked through all that this morning and got that fire back going. So all of it's burned up. So we're done up there. We just got to finish clearing that hillside all the way up there, all the way to the fence. Clear a few more trees out of that corner over there and get all this stuff burnt. We'll be done down here. Might dig a little pond. I'm not really exactly sure what we're going to do just yet, but yeah, it's coming right along. I appreciate everybody watching. Well, folks, not a great start to Monday morning. This happened on Friday of last week, but broke a link in the track. So I've got to take it down to Laverne, and they've got to press that old bushing out of there, and they may not even have the stuff I need. I may need two. No, I don't. I'm crazy. I only need one. But yeah, we're broke in half right now. We broke the pin out of it, as you can see. It's laying somewhere in the cab, I think. Yeah, right there. Sheared it plumb in half. But these things happen, guys. When you're in business for yourself and your own equipment, you better be ready for it to break down, because it's going to happen. But I'm gonna get this thing loaded up on this trailer and haul it down to Laverne, and they'll get me a new pin and bushing pressed in, and hopefully we'll be back on the road in a couple days. Alrighty, folks, let's see if I can scoot my board over a little bit. Be able to get tow motor forks in between. Probably work right there. Here's what we got. I'm gonna try pick the hole. Track up like this. Set it down on the trailer without breaking the set trailer. Like this. I don't like that at all. I need to be able to set it. I need to be able to set it a little more gingerly, so let's scoot it out there. me fix my boards real quick. I'm not really sure how much. I'm not even really sure how much this. Having to kind of lint myself, but I need to be able to grab it, kind of just like this, I think. Sucker's a little heavier than I thought it was. just a tad. It's alright. We'll have plenty of tongue weight, which is good. It ain't squatting the old truck too bad at all, so I don't think it's that heavy. Yeah, should be good right there. All right, folks, I'm gonna get this thing strapped down real good, and we're gonna head to Laverne with this bad boy.